Hi guys, you're welcome back with Beamer and Son Garage. Part two of Bring a Big Trailer. As we're on to it now, the phone died on me, ran out of data. And we were finishing it at the God-made Chevrolet 1-ton. That's not for sale. I won't sell this truck, so forget it. Okay, so the next car we got is a 72 Mach 1. And it's a real Mach 1. It's not a fake or a clone. It's the real deal Holyfield. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the original drivetrain. It's missing the 351 Cleveland that was in the car, and it has I think it's a 400 Mary modified engine that's in it now. So it's got the wrong engine, so it's not number matching. I don't know what happened to the original engine. This is how I bought it. It did run and drive, and the engine locked up. I had to put a timing chain in it. Did some work to it, got it running, and it got set gear rubber with that modified engine. But then it locked up, so I don't know what happened with that. The timing chain popped off on it. I don't know, so didn't tear into it. But it's a 72 Mach 1. It's a bucket seat console car, floor shift, and it's got the honeycomb taillight panel with a pop-out gas cap. That's so cool about the Machs. And it's got the Mach 1 hood too, with the scoops in it. So it's a real deal Holyfield. Sorry about the wind, guys. I can't do anything about it. Then another one is another 72 Mustang. This was just a plain Jane fastback. It was a 302 car, C4 automatic. When I bought it, it was missing the drivetrain. The wiring was chopped at the firewall. I basically pieced all that together, put a 429 out of a 70 XL convertible down in it with a C6. It's got a peanut 8-inch rear end, still got the 8-inch. I got a 9-inch for it. It'll go with the car if I sell it. And it is the Eleanor's car that we call around here. It was yellow and black, painted like the original Gone in 60 Seconds car. Somebody had painted it. I don't think it was done like that from the factory, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was a tan color or goldish color paint. And somebody painted it the yellow with the black on it. And that's our Eleanor's around here. 72 fastback. It's a pretty cool car. It's been hit in the back. I got it because it was totaled. It was hitting the right rear, hitting the left front. And I straightened it out, put a big block in it. And this was 20 years ago. And I had this thing on the road. And this thing was a monster. It was a Chevy killer, Dodge killer, anything that come up next to it. It would just eat it alive. It would get rubber per second and drive. And it was nothing to be playing with. This car would kill you. This car would definitely put you in the grave. That's for darn sure. With that big block in it. So the next one we got is a old Dodge Caravan 90 model with a 3.3 in it. V6 automatic, got a busted side window now. Tree fell on it. That one right there. One of the branches. Before the whole tree fell on the house. But one of the branches hit it and damaged it. Broke the window out. It needs a fuel pump. Next vehicle is our 81 Chevy 1-ton rollback 17-foot bed. That's not for sale, but it's a pretty cool truck. It's got a 454 out of a motorhome in it with 50,000 miles. And there it is. I got a lot of money in this truck. This truck has been through a lot over the years. I put a rear end in it. I recently spent $600 on some electrical gremlins fixed in it. It still needs a 1-wire alternator for all the gremlins to be fixed. But this thing's a monster. It'll pull the house. It'll pull the house down. It's stuff for the timid or the lame or the faint of hearts. It's a real deal rollback. Send people at still bed. So that's the cars in the front of the house and the driveway and the side yard. That's what and of course, you know, in the carport and the barn. There's a Challenger in the garage. And if you haven't seen my channel, well, you'll have to wait on that one. We'll show that one to you another time. We didn't bring the keys out to do that. We're just doing the cars that are, you know, in the front of the house, in the driveway. This is all gravel. All these cars are on here. It's all on gravel. All of them are. And it doesn't look like it because grass is growing up through it, but the earth is underneath the gravel, guys. So grass will come up from, you know, the earth through the gravel And I don't care if you got blacktop on it, it'll find its way if there's a crack. Next car is a 81 Fox body. This was a 4-cylinder automatic. This is another Aaron Lindley car. I think there's 4 of them I bought from Aaron. This is another one of the cars I bought off of him. So somebody had put a 5.0 on the hood, and it wasn't. It was a 4-cylinder automatic. It's got a 351 Windsor in it now. It's my car. I got title on it, keys to it. I may sell it if somebody offers enough money. You know, this is just a simple video showing what we have, what could be for sale if I'm offered enough money. Next car is a 60 Plymouth Valiant. Sorry about the wind. And this was a 6-cylinder 303 car. Now it's got a 318 in it, 4-barrel engine with a 904 transmission. This car runs and drives. I wouldn't go very far with it. I didn't get to the brakes or a fuel system, so you got to bring a gallon jug up on it. But it's a pretty cool car. There was a guy in high school that had a Valiant similar to it, and I had to have one. His was a 6-cylinder 4-door. Mine was a 6-cylinder 2-door, and I like mine much better as a post car. I like the 2-door version a lot better than the 4-door. Next vehicle is my 2004 HD 3/4 ton HD truck, 2500. New tires, new calipers, new brake hoses, door handle, driver's side replaced recently. I just got a lot of time in this. Brake line in the back I put on it, gas tank lid I put on it, running board plastic covers I put on it. This would probably be up in the $5,500 range. Yeah, it's not going to be cheap. I know I wouldn't take less than $5,500 for it. There's no way. And I got a lot of money in it. So, you know, and of course, trucks and cars right now are up. So, yeah, it's going to take a pretty penny to get it. And the next one is a 1973 Plymouth Fury that I chased for some 30, 40 years. I was after this car. And my son finally bought it for me. And I got it. So, it's a Fury 3, which I found out the Fury 1, it doesn't have a lot of trim, you know, luxuries, and Fury 2 and Fury 3, this is more the luxury body. 73 Fury 3, 360 automatic. Next one over here is another Challenger, like the one in the garage. This is a 73, and I have paperwork on it. The other one in the garage doesn't have paperwork. This one does. You could get paperwork for that one. You could get a title. You do that loophole and get you a title. This car's got a 383 in it right now with a 727. I don't think I'll sell it with the drivetrain, so you're looking at the body with no engine, no transmission. I'm going to take the motor transmission out of it. And then the next one is a 1985 Ford Ranger. Belonged to my great friend Joe Rumping. I had the title to it, had the keys to it. It's my truck. It's in my name. I had this truck. I might sell it 4-cylinder, 4-speed. Right now I'm using it for storage. There's just a lot of cars here, guys, and this wind's kind of hampering me, but we're going to just go through some more. There's, you know, the Field of Dreams is over there for, I guess, part 3. This is part 2, the front field here. And these Pontiacs here, I got 3 of them, all wide tracks. One's a Bonneville, the other 2 are Grand Prix, 97, 2001, I believe it was, or 2000, 2001 Bonneville. Could be, you know, could be bought. You could buy these cars, but these cars are one up in value too. And these are my daily drivers. These 3 here, along with the Toyota and the truck. Those are some of my daily commuters. I don't really want to sell them, but if I'm offered enough money, you could buy them. You know. So there you go. Next car is going to be my 73 Duster. And it's a 318 4-barrel factory original 3-speed manual on the floor. And I put a Hurst pistol grip shifter in it. You can see the Hurst in there. Yeah. You can see the Hurst. I can see it. You can see it. It's a pretty cool car. I chased this car for probably longer than I chased the Fury. Yeah, this car was probably chased for 40 years. The Fury was probably 30. 25, 30. And so, yeah, I chased this car for a long time. When I first found it, it was red primer. Before that, it was white. And then it went to purple. And the guy had it, he primered it all gray primer. And of course I changed the door after I bought it. And then my son bought it for me. So yeah, we went after this car with all guns blazing. We got the car. Next car is a 71 Skylark 4-door car. 4-door flavor, 352 barrel. This car is a runner. This car, I run this car every day. I used to drive this car everywhere. And I haven't been driving it very much. It's got these cool wheels on it. No, I won't sell the wheels. They're on the car. I'm not taking the wheels off. And it's a 71 Skylark 4-door. 71,000 original miles. It might have went to 72,000. And I had the title. It's my car. I own this car. Next car is, I have 3 of these too. 73 Boattail Riviera. 455, 400 turbo. I do have paperwork on this one. It's rough. But we didn't buy it to restore it. We bought it for the drivetrain. So it's got the 455 in it. 400 turbo. It's rough. I mean, it's rough. But this one has paperwork. Next car is a 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP. So this means this is a supercharged version. It's V6 automatic. I do have title on this one too. I own that car too. I might sell it. Now the other 2 over here belong to my son. We're not going to elaborate on them right now. There's no reason to even show these cars, but we will show them to you. It's not for sale though. My son, I don't think will sell these. 68 Skylark 4-door, 352 barrel. It's got a 455 in it now. It's a GS motor, so it'd be a stage 1 Grand Sport. 455, 400 turbos in it. Or no, excuse me. We didn't put the 400 turbo in. It's got a power glide. We were going to swap the tranny out. We didn't. It's got the 2-speed power glide with the 455. Yeah, it's going to be a beast. First 2 gears are going to be hell on wheels. And then the next one is a 70, it's a 1970 Cadillac Calais 4-door, 472 4-barrel. This thing got 2nd gear rubber, and then my son overheated it, and yeah, it smokes now. So it needs an engine rebuild or another engine put in it. We do have a couple engines around here. We may end up shoehorning one in it. It's got side pipes on it. It's had the transmission rebuilt with a shift kit by the great Jimmy Morehouse. We built the tranny. Johnny Morehouse did the side exhaust, side pipes on it. This car is cool. I sure like to get it fixed back up and get it out on the road and start playing with that car. But it's just so loud, you know. And I'm kind of more into the, nonchalant, not being seen or heard, you know. You're going to be seen and you're going to be heard in that car. All right, guys, that's part 2. Almost done here. Got a couple more here to show. And there's another car that belongs to Rondo. That's his Ranger. He may sell it. I don't know. He's a motor. 69 Cadillac. I put a 500 cubic inch big block motor in it out of a 76 Fleetwood, I believe. And I put that motor in there. We still got the original 472 for it. This car came out of Virginia, so it's got hardly any rust on it at all. 400 turbo, been rebuilt again. Another one by Jimmy Morehouse. And a shift kit. So yeah, it's a pretty cool car. And then there's another car, Rondo's Escort wagon that we have. I can't stand these sticks on the ground. 2002 Geo Prism. May sell that. Needs an engine. It's got one dead cylinder, one bad cylinder. 66 Bonneville 4-door Broham, and this is a Fisher body, and 389 4-barrel. Engine turns over, and no paperwork on it, so there's no title on it. But you could get title to it. Next one is a 77 3/4 ton Chevrolet Custom Deluxe truck, 350 4-barrel. And it's for sale. You could buy that truck if you have enough money. You could buy it. Square bodies are up right now. Everything's up. It's awful soft over here. Yeah, it's real soft. All that rain we had. Next car is a 73 Olds Omega. We call the Omega. And that's probably one of my #1 cars on my channel. I don't want to sell it. We don't have any paperwork on it. But you know, you might be able to buy that car. If you offer enough money, you could get it with the, you know, understanding that there's no paperwork on it. Next car is my son's second Plymouth Barracuda. This is a 6-cylinder automatic on the floor bucket seat car. He may sell it if you offer enough money. He's got a ton of money in it. We got new brakes. We got all new master cylinder. We got electronic conversion. We got all kinds of stuff we put into this car. Next car is another car that belongs to my son. It's a 66 Pontiac Tempest. This was a 6-cylinder car. The engine was designed by John DeLorean. Overhead cam, 6-cylinder. I bought the car for a song, and the engine in it was tore apart. He had another engine and it was tore apart, so I basically had 2 6-cylinders and pieces. Bought the car, found a 350 2-barrel Pontiac engine out of a Le Mans for $100, and I shoehorned that motor in there, and that motor runs great. I had Johnny Morehouse weld the chassis mounts to the chassis, to the basically to the truck, or to the car, and then I bolted the mounts up to that. The motor mounts bolted up to them chassis mounts. And it's got a power glide. It's got new dual exhaust put on it. And I remember when Johnny did it, they said, well, that sucks, Beamer. I said, what do you mean? He said, you just had me put dual exhaust in the car. You'll never hear it. Yeah, we heard it about a year ago. We started this up. My son bought the necessary pieces I need to fire it up. Got an HEI distributor, bought a starter, bought all the cables and parts I needed. We started this thing and I drove it and parked it to where it's at right now. I don't think he'll sell that car, but it's not mine, so it's pretty cool. 4-door, 350, 2-barrel V8 car now. Next car is a 1979 Zephyr. Bumper's falling off of it. I hit it with the lawnmower and then damn near knocked it clear off the car. 6-cylinder with low miles, 1 owner. And I would sell that car if somebody had enough money. Well, my window's down on my Toyota. I'm kind of glad I come out here and found that. I had to put that window up. All right, guys, so that's everything on the driveway. Everything on both sides of the driveway. And we missed the 99 Malibu up there. Yeah, we'll show that another time. I'm tired, guys. Box truck's not for sale. He's got my stuff stored, but my son's stuff stored in it. And I got stuff in there too. So guys, please like, tag, share, follow, and check out our friends Actions Auto Parts. My buddy Jamie Phillips, he's out of Kentucky. He's got more cars than I got. Check out my friend's channel. Subscribe to him. Like, tag, and share, follow him. Same thing with Scott Speed Shop, my friend Jedediah. Check out his channel, and we'll see you on the next Beamer and Son Garage, everybody. Bye-bye. Love that old Plymouth.